Peace and love. I am E once again, December the 25th, coming with some more information. Like I said, these going to be random videos. You see me. So, all right, I got information about glaciers, right? Glaciers are melting, right? The glaciers are melting, water is rising. So, there's an article that you should research, right? We researched this article. It's called on uh, the Weather Channel. So the Weather Channel says the declining seas in the Caspian Sea will lead to a genuine ecocide, scientist says, right? So that means what's happening is, so I'm reading the article, it says the Caspian Sea is actually the world's, let's go ahead. The Caspian Sea is actually the world's largest lake, but it lies between Europe, Asia, and the border of Russia, Iran, and other places. Since the 1990s, the water levels in the Caspian have dropped a few inches every year. Okay, so now you gotta connect that to. I did a video on Sumatra on the connection to why glaciers are melting, and then I did a research um, on chemtrails. And we look at chemtrails, the emissions of chemtrails, what it's about and what they're doing to spray it, right? The spraying of the chemtrails. How they spray the chemtrails, the the um, the Earth's core at the bottom heats up, right? So it starts to heat up at the bottom as they spray it down. As it heats up, it's melting the ice from the Earth's bottom. It's melting the ice as it heats up from the bottom, and it's melting the ice. And the ice, as ice melts, the water sea level rises, right? So there's ice melting in glaciers all over the world right now. So I'm on my let me see where I was at when they showed that science. Now I'm reading from the E&E News, right? Look it up, and it said why are glaciers melting from the bottom is complicated. So it says scientists agree it's not just the warming of the oceans overall that's driving the process, right? Um, that's a connection to these chemtrails. Chemtrails are CO2. What is CO2? Is carbon dioxide, right? Carbon dioxide, and they're spraying it down low with chemicals. And it says scientists already generally agree that glaciers retreat in Antarctica is largely being driven by warm water seeping underneath the ice. Okay, warm water, warm. The glaciers are melting because of the chemtrails. Now, I did a, like I said, a video about these chemtrails. I'm gonna go back to why I was there about them, and they said to look up chemtrails. Chemtrails are composed primarily of water and form ice crystals. Its trails like are line-shaped clouds produced by aircraft engine exhaust or changes in air pressure. Okay, so this is what it's about. I looked up. They said how. If you look up, just type in chemtrails on Google, you'll find that it says, and you scroll down and say how airplane chemtrails are helping making the planet warmer. Right, the planet warmer. You see what I'm saying? It's making the planet warmer, and then you go to another article and say why are glaciers melting from the bottom? Okay, it's the same thing, right? We have to notice that it's the same thing that's happening right now, right? Like it's the same thing that's happening as I'm speaking, right? There is glaciers melting and water is rising. It's in the article of the E&E News. That's where you can find the glaciers. Are they melting from the bottom? Then for the chemtrails, type in chemtrails and Google, then you'll see an article down say how airplane chemtrails are helping make the planet warm. And you connect those two articles, that's the connection of why the glaciers are melting, ice is melting, and water is rising, right? Water is rising. So we have to know that water is rising, meaning all these places over here in the States. For one, the States is an island. You gotta fucking know that. The States are islands. We are living in islands. Florida is an island. It's going to go underwater. Okay, Florida's gonna go underwater like Miami is a very low. Key West, those are islands. All those places are islands that's gonna be going underwater as the years go on. Up north is going to be frozen. It's going to be very frozen. It's going to be ice age. It's going to be just a certain amount of this planet here, certain amount of this land on this planet here as it continues to go because they know that. They know that those people who's doing everything know that. That's why they keep you distracted with sports and music shit. And don't you notice why all these young rappers and all these other people just come out and do shit? Like I seen it's crazy. What's the rapper name? Rod Wave, and he did did a around Halloween, did a show in Atlanta, but he didn't even do the show. He was walking on the stage and he fell on the stage. And then he canceled the show, but he made a stack of money, and I know I saw the next day like on the IG or so he flexed his stack of money. So that's like, don't you see how easy it is? How that shit is just fucking crazy. Like they just basically making easy money for shit to distract you. Like that's bullshit. All these rappers are here to make all this money to fucking distract you. You see what I'm saying? They do the same thing. Let's get all this money. Let's buy all this stuff. Now for one, I'm gonna say this. These rappers are using you to go buy these rich white folks um things like from Gucci to Tommy Hilfiger to Louis Vuitton, all this shit. So what they doing, what the government is doing, is setting up these black rappers to buy these luxurious cars, luxurious clothes, have all this money for you to go buy the same shit, knowing that you don't have all that money like that, because they giving these people this money and they scripted, they signed over to have all this shit, and then they just die. They kill them all. So they making us do that, go out there and buy this shit. They keeping these rappers to the point that they got like they millionaires, but they ain't shit. Meaning the white man is writing their checks. Think about that. There's millionaires, rappers, but they got the white man writing their checks. Okay, billionaires writing their checks. That's how it works, right? So they are using these rappers to distract you to buy all day expensive things. You know, you can use your money to invest in land, build up your business, but they want you to buy their things. That's why they're using these rappers all the time to flex on their shoes, Jordans and shit, all that shit. Jordans, Louis, Gucci, Tommy, um, uh, Victoria's Secret, all that bullshit. These people are making it seem like it's like the best thing, and people going out to buy it and spending all their checks, their money, the last bit just to get what these people got. It's a game, man. You got to wake up to this shit. It's bullshit. You have to know yourself. All this is an illusion. All this is just what it is. It's just what it is right now. We have to notice that. We got to notice that we are living in the age of an Aquarius where the awakening ones are about to see the bullshit. Do you see what I'm saying? We're about to see what's really happening. So let me end the video, man. I said I was, but it's just been amazing just to share information, and I have way more to share because this is just the start, man. I'm gonna be continue to come with videos, just speaking about random things that I have known and I'm still learning and still growing, so you can have the information to yourself and you can grow, right? That's how it works. We are God and goddesses on this planet. John 10 and 34. Jesus said, Is it not written in your law that ye are gods, right? We are the gods. Look it up. John 10 and 34. Is it not written in your laws that we are gods? Okay, so these videos are mostly refreshing your mind of being a god and being knowing who you are and loving yourself. Once you love yourself, know yourself, respect yourself, then everything changes. Okay? But peace and love always, and I shall continue to spread truth of information.